Welcome back to Jamie's Adventures in Dirt 4. My name is Ricky, and today we're going to be continuing the World Rallycross Championship. We'll be taking on England and Norway today. I've already gotten a little bit started in England because the heat process is incredibly boring and dull, and I'll be cutting it out of the Norway section as well. Alright, so I don't really have much to talk about here at all today, so I'm not really sure everything what I'm going to talk about, but I do want to talk a little bit about one thing, and that is I am recording this a little bit differently than I normally record it. Normally I use an external recorder, but today I'm trying it out with doing some screen recording using OBS Studio. I've had some trouble with OBS Studio before, not with Dirt 4, but with Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. But we're gonna try it here. In the past, well, of course I'm fighting for the win at the moment. In the past, I have struggled in Dirt 4 to do screen recording because screen recording requires a little bit more CPU usage, and so the game hasn't been. I've lost some frames. I mean, not bad, but not great either. But that was on my old CPU, and my new CPU is a Ryzen CPU, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I mean, I could have been doing it since the beginning of the month, well, last month, because it's February now. But so I could have been doing it since January, but I just decided to start trying it out this week because, yeah, I just wanted to try it out. I don't know if I'll keep doing it. But the reason I'm telling you about it is simply because if there's some massive amount of stutter, it's because come on. It's because I'm doing screen recording instead of externally recording the game. So there's just a little bit more pressure. But, I mean, the CPU is at 6% usage on that. So perhaps if there's stutter, it might actually be because the game isn't quite that great in Rallycross compared to Rally. Like, in Rally, it's fantastic. In Rallycross, there's some definite CPU bottlenecking. It's not bad, and I just think it has everything to do with the fact that there are 5 other people on the track, and it's trying to keep track of them at the same time. But I think I've talked about this in another episode, very briefly. So, but yeah, so next week we might actually be back to recording the old way. A lot of it just depends on, you know, again, how much does it affect performance. Man, those guys are staying right together. It's a shame that they're not staying right together, but right on me. You know, there's some weird rubber banding that happens in this game, but it's not as bad as, like, Mario Kart rubber banding. Like, just, like, for some reason, they'll get, like, really fast really fast, like, 1 lap speed will be crazy fast, but they'll be so far behind, they just can't catch up at all. You know, it's not like they got, like, a blue shell or something, you know, I'm not saying that, but it's interesting that I, being in first place, can't get the fastest lap on a regular basis. Like, seriously, I don't understand it. I didn't notice it when we were doing Rallycross before. I first started paying attention to it when we were doing, oh, come on. Oh, my goodness. You know what? Don't fix the bumper. I have done that in almost every heat. Slammed into the wall and knocked off the back bumper. Don't even. Just don't replace it. This is one of those times where maybe I wish I had turned off auto repair, because I have auto repair on, which basically just means everything gets fixed. So, what was I talking about? Rubber banding, that's right. I first noticed it during Land Rush when I was doing all the Land Rush stuff. I didn't really notice it in Rallycross, so talk about it more in the finals. Nice one. Also, I won. Now, interestingly enough, I did get the fastest lap in my section of the semifinals, but not the fastest lap overall. Now, admittedly, the fastest lap overall came from the second section, but still, Also, hey, that's my car. The monster car right next to me. The car with the monster logo on it. That's the car I use in, that's the car I was using to test all the... It's the brand, the company, the team racing variant of the Ford Focus RSRX that Jamie's currently racing in. So the only other thing that might get me back to recording with the external recorder is, so performance is one thing. I'm not seeing a big difference in performance, but also I don't always see the stutter when I'm playing because it can happen really fast, but I can see it more when I'm editing. Well, okay, then let's take the Joker. But quality might be a big issue because I don't know how... Ooh, crud. Crud, 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 crud. The Joker cost me to actually get into third. No! I'm going to cut the corner. Oh, but I'm not going to get... Okay. No! Okay, we're fine. We're back in first place. Do you like what I did there? Freak out right up until I got back in first because I knew Jamie was getting back in first place. That right trigger button's never steered me wrong before. I mean, you know, it's just a button. But still. Don't worry. Don't worry. Although 47 seconds is a significantly long lap time, given the fastest lap during the semifinals was a 40-second lap. So, but yeah, so if the quality is kind of low, because if you watch some of the earlier Jamie's Adventures in Dirt 4 episodes, you'll notice that there's some times where the, I don't know if the bitrate just gets really low, or if it was just having a hard time recording it. That was with an external recorder. It got better because I turned up the bitrate, which some people will argue doesn't matter, but it does matter if that's the only thing you can control. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically the only other thing. Oh, come on! I just want to get through one race without slamming the back of my nice, beautiful pink and white car into the wall. Maybe I shouldn't be racing so aggressively, because I'm gonna win these things. Like the semifinal and the heats, I won 3 out of the 4 heats by a lot. And I actually came in second in the heat that I didn't win, which actually allowed me to basically be able to finish dead last in the finals and still be in first position heading into the semis. So the last heat, sorry, not the finals, the last heat, I could have finished dead last and still finished in first. Because the way the heats work, you have 20... You get 28 points for finishing in last place. Which is weird, but I guess it's better than being like, well, you get 0 points for finishing in last place. It gives someone who may have a bad heat still a chance to finish, to make it to the semifinals, so there's that. One more lap. Let's hope I can keep my car in one piece. Actually, the worst part, the worst part, but not for other people, or not for Jamie, but for other people, was that in the third heat, which Jamie still won, she punctured a tire, and I punctured a tire by slamming into the wall, knocked off basically the entire back part of her car, and still won with the worst race time, with the worst full race time she got, the full track time that she got in any of the individual heats at just over 3 minutes. The rest of them were just under 3 minutes. 4 laps instead of 6. But, and there we go. First place in England. First place, yeah. I only missed one thing. That's fine, 22. Spent 9,000 credits on repair costs because I think that the only race that I didn't knock off the back bumper was the last one. Okay, so I will see you after I finish the heats. Okay, so we're back. Hey! Don't hit me. So we're back in the race. Apparently, Norway, where we are, is much better. Norway, right? Yeah, Norway. Sweden? I don't remember. I think it's Norway. We're in hell. I know that much. Is a much better track for Jamie and for Ricky, for that matter, because I have not had nearly as many collisions with the side of the track as I did in England. Also, I'm gonna wait until the very last lap to take my Joker because in the last heat I forgot to take it, and it's 4 laps. And boy, do they want you to make sure you don't forget. Oh, do they want you to make sure you don't forget. But real quick, I have a quick story. So on the way over here from England, Carol, the lead engineer, she calmly asked Jamie to please stop slamming the car into the side of the track because she was tired of having to fix the car. The bumper was falling off every single time. Please kindly stop doing that. Which I kind of snickered at. And, yeah, it was funny. Jamie then said, "It's raining, it's slippery, it's gonna happen. And then, I'm your boss." To which, Carol replied, "Well, yeah, you may be my boss, but that doesn't mean that I can't give you advice. I'm still your lead engineer. And that doesn't mean I can't ask you to not do stuff." So. But yeah, this has been a much better event for Jamie. She won all 4 heats to get a perfect score of 200, to get her into the first spot of the semifinals here. And yeah, it's been very interesting. So, one of the things that I've noticed about rallycross drivers is they are... I'm aware. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh! I might get to lap somebody! I haven't gotten to lap anybody yet. Hello, Markland. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your car. Oh, nope. He lapped. He passed. He's back in. I mean, he's still in 6th place. But see, look. So it's very adamant that you take your Joker. There's a pop-up on the screen. I mean, it doesn't matter at all. It feels like I'm actually in a race, though, even though I'm in 1st place. And they're in their 5th lap, and I'm in my 6th lap. But it is definitely affecting my lap time because I have to slow down so I don't accidentally slam the car into him because that's not sportsmanlike or whatever. Also, it would damage the car, and we've been doing so good so far. Okay, so this is, I don't know how to pronounce that. Chicheret? Chicheret? I don't know. I only got to lap 2 people. Jamie only lapped 2 people.
Nice one. Happy with that.
Of course we're happy with that. We lapped 2 people. There was no way we were losing. Oh, hey, look at that. I did get the fastest lap. I was going to say. And yet. But yeah. Okay.
Go, go, go.
So, yeah. Part of what I don't like about Rallycross is just shown off right there in the fact that I lapped 2 people. It's that I think Jamie doesn't like it either. That it just feels like there's no competition. And part of that is that I have the difficulty set as low as, well, I don't know if it's as low as it can go. But it's certainly not high. I don't have the difficulty level set too high. Because I honestly don't want to tell a story. Like, I'm telling a story, right? Like, I don't need to tell a story and create amazing gameplay. You know? I just need to tell a good story. That's it. And so, but the difficulty differences between Rallycross and Rally are drastic. And I don't think it's that I'm much better at Rallycross. I do think I'm better at Rallycross. But I don't think I'm that much better at Rallycross. I don't know. But what I really want to talk about in this final is, so this week, something interesting happened at a rally in real life. Alright, I know I'm going to be fighting for first. Also, there's no fighting. Like, I am so far ahead of everybody else that only my time flashes in between the checks where the time, you know, goes up. By the time I get to the next, but, you know, there's not enough, there's too much time between me and everybody else, between Jamie and everyone else, I guess. I wonder what would happen if I didn't do the Joker. Like, how much of a penalty is it? I may find out, not in this event. Anyway, so in real life, you know how I've always kind of complained that it's weird that fans stand so close to the track? Well, apparently they do that in real life too. I didn't think they did. Stand too close to the rally course. But there are areas they're not supposed to stand, and there's reasons for it. Safety reasons, because apparently at a rally event this week, a photographer was standing where he shouldn't have been standing, and it was icy, and a car lost control and slammed right into him. Now, as far as I know, he is still alive, but he's not in good shape. He had some broken bones and also a lacerated liver. And let me tell you, the liver, it can heal, it can grow back. Like, you can donate part of your liver to another human being and then grow back. You'll be fine. But I also know that your liver being damaged is an incredibly dangerous and very severe injury. So, you know, you don't need to be standing that close to any rally ever. Especially one on ice when the cars, it's ice, they're gonna lose control. Hang on, wait for it. This is the last lap. Take your Joker. I guess I'll take it, fine. Video game's insisting that I take the Joker. I'm not lapping anybody. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I know that the two guys I lapped finished 11th and 9th overall in the times in the heats, but still. So yeah, don't be stupid. And as someone who is actually a photographer, I gotta go, come on, photographers. Don't be stupid. I don't know. But guess what? That says first place. I mean, not that it was a surprise. We were close to lapping some people. Did get the fastest lap, so I guess some of the rubber banding isn't quite what we, I guess the rubber banding isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Alright, so this was the second and third events in the World Rallycross Championship. Next week will be France, because we are skipping Sweden, because I hate the Swedish track. I hate it so much, and I don't think it'll be a very interesting bit of the episode. So next week will be the finale of the World Rallycross Championship. But this has been Jamie's Adventures in Dirt 4. Thank you for watching. Come back soon for more Dirt 4.